Alright, so we do have some exciting news coming from Blizzard, and quite honestly, those two words don't really go together very well. Like, when do we actually have exciting news from Blizzard? Well, today's the day, right? So, Aaron Keller, who's pretty much, I guess, a dev slash, he's working with Overwatch. That's basically what he's working with Blizzard, and he works for Overwatch. That's the best way to put it, right? And he basically put out a tweet that says that the team is looking at potential changes to Sojourn, Doomfist, RAMATTRA, Roadhog, and Tracer. Pretty much every hero that is currently a problem. I'm going to keep it honest. And the main one I am happy about to see in the list of these names is goddamn Roadhog. Finally. I don't see why he's not talked about, and later on we'll get into it, and honestly there's a lot of stuff to talk about. But let's just dive straight into this, straight into the meat of it. RAMATTRA. RAMATTRA has pretty much been, I guess, a problem ever since release in Season 2, and a lot of people have just been confused as to what to expect, what's going on, and what the expectations are from this hero. And honestly, that all goes back to Blizzard in the beginning. Blizzard has essentially advertised RAMATTRA in the incorrect form, and they've done that previously with Kiriko as well and many other heroes. So this isn't a first time kind of offense. So basically what they've advertised RAMATTRA as is a tempo hero, meaning a lot of mobility, and you guys basically get the idea, where that's not the case. RAMATTRA honestly does a lot better when he's kind of stayed back, he's boxing up, and he's honestly just soaking up as much damage, going in with his ult, and just stalling for as long as possible, which for me, that's not really my playstyle, so hopefully that changes with this upcoming hot fix that's coming this week. But in general, RAMATTRA has just been extremely underwhelming. There's a lot of issues with how you can use him, and honestly, he does like no damage, right? So even when it comes down to the brawling, when he goes against brawling heroes that are tanks like Doomfist, he just gets absolutely demolished, right? And we'll talk about Doomfist in a second as well, right? So moving on to Doomfist here, Doomfist has been just honestly an issue. A huge issue, and ever since release pretty much in Season 2 with the current patch, which is basically a huge buff, he's been a problem. I mean, I even saw a few bronze games where people would honestly pop off and get 40 kills and 1 death. Or along those lines, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, you can honestly be in Elo Hell. Elo Hell does exist. And I'm actually thinking about making a video of that. So if you guys want to see that, do let me know down in the comment section. But in general, popping off that much with a tank after release of the recent patch, and I've never seen that before in any bronze games where I look over YouTube and stuff, honestly just means the hero is broken, right? That's all there is to it. And you can honestly 1v5 now. The stuns, the damage, the ult, it's just Doomfist is just insane. They definitely do need to do a rework. Now, will he basically be nerfed down to the ground, back to the gulag like in Season 1? I don't think so, right? Because they don't want to repeat the same mistake they've done before. And then let's move on to Sojourn. So this one's going to be a controversial one. I know just by the way I'm talking about this Sojourn, there's going to be a lot of comments, people complaining about what I'm saying. But honestly, this is coming from a Sojourn main, okay? So here's my problem. And after this, we're going to move on to Roadhog. So a lot of stuff to talk about, right? So the issue is with Sojourn versus Roadhog is that Sojourn actually requires skill to be broken. Can we all just appreciate that and accept that fact, right? With Roadhog, you don't need to require that much skill. I mean, sure, jump in a practice range, land a few hooks, and you're pretty much warmed up. Sojourn actually requires skill, which is why if you go in the low ranks or low tiers, Sojourns are not good. And me as a Sojourn main, I've climbed a lot of ranks with her, and as my skill got better, I got better and better. Now sure, you shouldn't be rewarded with such immense rewards for being good, but at the end of the day, Sojourn requires skill to be broken. That's just a matter of fact. Doomfist right now? No, I'm sorry, does not. Roadhog right now? No, I'm sorry, does not, right? And the list goes on. The difference with Sojourn is that yes, she's absolutely insane. I don't disagree with you, but at least it requires skill to be insane. And we've seen that in the Overwatch League playoffs and Overwatch League in general. She requires skill to basically unlock that insane potential. Hopefully they don't nerf her to the ground because of all the complaints that the community is putting out, and she's still playable because honestly she's a lot of fun. And to me personally, with high skill should come high reward. That's the way I think. So at the end of the day, if not everyone can just pick up the controller or keyboard and mouse and pop off with Sojourn, why is she that big of an issue? It is what it is though. Let me know what you guys think of Sojourn below in the comment section. Alright, next let's talk about Roadhog. And honestly, this is one I am very excited for. Reason being is that Roadhog just has too much up his sleeve. Oh my god, dude. Like, what were they thinking? His damage, his sustainability, like sustainability, bro. Are you serious, dude? His supports can just be absolute doo-doo and he would still be able to heal himself. Like, he would actually keep up with some supports healing. Like, it's crazy. His one-shot capability, the list goes on and on and on. And you know what shambles my mind, which is just insane, is no one talked about Roadhog. Everyone complained about Sojourn this, Sojourn that. So have you seen Roadhog in the ranks? Like, in the tiers high up? Like, it's almost like you're hacking or cheating. It's absolutely ridiculous. Which is why as a Sojourn main, I'm just sitting here like, okay, like, why is no one talking about Roadhog? Like, the guy is a lot easier to use. much simpler and just absolutely broken. At least I require skill, obviously, quote unquote, that being Sojourn. Anyways, like I said, there's going to be a lot of bias in this video, but obviously, you know, that's what content is for. We all put our bias into our content. But that's Roadhog. That's my opinion there. Definitely excited for this nerf. Now, hopefully they don't nerf him where it's just not really usable, because he's honestly fun. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He's honestly fun, and Six likes to use him, as a well-known streamer. Definitely do check him out. A lot of other people like to use him as well. So hopefully he doesn't get nerfed down to the ground and still maintains his identity of being able to kind of one pick in a balanced way as well as sustain. So hopefully something balanced, because I think Blizzard kind of struggles with balance. I mean, they wanted to buff Doomfist, and now he became worse than Sojourn, right? So it's kind of rinse and repeat at this point, pretty much. Alright, next let's move on to Tracer. So the thing about Tracer is here, I don't think they're going to go that hard on her, because honestly, the change was not even that big. They gave her 1 extra damage, and holy shizazzles, like, she just went insane. And like I said in my video, so definitely check that video out. And also check out my previous videos. A lot of good content there for you guys, for sure. Where I covered Tracer, and I covered Craggy, who was rank 1 DPS in Season 1. And honestly, what changed, right? That 1 extra damage resulted in a 20% extra damage, right? Like, you guys don't understand that. It's 1 extra bullet, but when you full spray and you do the math, your full spray potential basically just goes up by 20% damage. So in reality, it's a 20% damage buff rather than just 1 extra damage numerically, if you think about it that way, right? So I don't think they're going to tackle her that hard. Maybe kind of mess with her all, how the sticky doesn't one-shot anymore, how you land the sticky, stuff like that. They're probably just going to do her reworks here and there. Nothing crazy. I don't think they're going to go that hard on Tracer. I almost saw Sojourn here for a second. But the ones I do think are going to be a big deal are RAMATTRA, Doomfist, and Sojourn, as well as Roadhog. Pretty much any other hero other than Tracer is going to get a huge buff or nerf. But in general, you guys kind of see the way this is going, right? Sojourn, nerf. Doomfist, nerf. RAMATTRA, buff. Roadhog, nerf. Tracer, nerf. So pretty much everything is going to get nerfed except RAMATTRA. So honestly, I like the way Blizzard is going about this. They're kind of seeing that they did an issue with the release of Season 2 and how their new hero is just absolute trash and everything else is just broken. So I'm actually excited for this. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, also make sure you guys check out my previous videos. I'm an up-and-coming content creator for Overwatch, and honestly, the love has been crazy. Support has been crazy, so definitely do consider subscribing, checking out my previous videos. Comment as well what you guys want to see in the future. I hope you guys are enjoying this new patch. I know I am, and I'm excited for it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.